Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. Yes, this outfit, if you've been watching my videos for the last few days, is probably pretty familiar. Honestly, I'm filming a bunch of videos on Friday because I have time and I'm bored and it's what I want to do. So here I am. Anyway, enjoy the green sweatshirt. It actually goes quite well with the packaging of this little collection here. I love purple and green together. Like, I think this is a wonderful color combo. Anyway, you guys, the Scentsy Mardi Gras collection. So I picked this up. I actually ordered this when I got all of the Bring Back My Bars. It turned out I tossed a couple of other things into that box as well. So let me just clarify, Blue Grotto is not part of Bring Back My Bar, just so you know. Neither was the Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. That was the December scent of the month, and Lisa was like, I think you're actually really gonna like this. So anyway, I popped that into my cart because Lisa said I should, and yeah, anyway. So, but this also was in that big box of stuff. And I wanted to do sort of its own like dedicated video because there is a bar in here that so many of you have told me is I feel like I don't want to say that people have told me that it's an exact dupe of Scentsy Almond Croissant, but that it's quite similar and that it should maybe satisfy my desire for more almond croissant, which we'll see. We're definitely gonna sniff it. We're gonna sniff through all these. I have not stuck my nose into any of these bars. Believe me, it's been killing me. They've literally been sitting here for several days now, waiting for me to get to this video. I did bring up a bar of my beloved almond croissant. I have had this in my club ever since it was released. I personally do not understand why Scentsy doesn't bring this scent back. I feel like a lot of people loved it. It is such an authentic, like truly accurate gourmand. Like, I don't think that I've smelled anything from Scentsy that is quite as like spot on for the real thing as this almond croissant. I think that's probably why I love it as much as I do. But yeah, I'm definitely an almond croissant expert, connoisseur, if you will. So I will be the judge of whether King Cake scratches the almond croissant itch. If I could increase the number of bars that I have in my club of this, I would do it in a heartbeat. But basically at this point, I just have to wait for it to come back around, I guess, and bring back my bar voting, and then just keep my fingers crossed that there's enough people out there that are, you know, voting at that time and also voting for it. So if it ever does come back, can I just can I get a vote? Can I count on your vote? I feel like I'm running for office. I need everyone to vote for this. If it ever is an option for us to vote for it, please vote for it. All right, without further ado. All right, you can buy the collection for 25 bucks, which is obviously what I did. I just got 2 of them. You can also purchase them separately for 6 bucks a pop. But if you want to try all the fragrances from the collection, obviously you're gonna save some money by you're gonna save $5 basically by getting the entire collection. So I don't know, whatever. Talk to your Scentsy consultant. I am not one. I buy all this stuff from my bestie Lisa. All right, should we start with King Cake? I think we should probably start there because again, I cannot tell you the amount of people who have said to me, you're gonna think it's the exact same. So we're gonna read through the fragrance notes for sure. Hold on, let me pull up the Scentsy website. All right, King Cake. So their notes say that this is a sweet crust of cinnamon and brown sugar coated with silky notes of golden butter. So I've had King Cake before, and yes, it tastes like cinnamon and brown sugar and dough. It's delicious. I like it. I like anything with cinnamon and sugar. So it sounds like just on its own, it's going to be a very delicious scent. Maybe for me, this would be more of a like fall or holiday type vibe, but who knows? Let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, I can see where people are making the comparison. I can see that, but let me just pull it out here. It's quite buttery, so it does share that with the Almond Croissant. I get a really nice cinnamon here. This is a really lovely bakery Ceylon type cinnamon and not a spicy cinnamon. A good like vanilla cake base here as well. I like this. I really do like this, but obviously we're gonna like compare them side by side. Are they close enough to scratch that itch? No. This really does have that like beautiful, it's almost like an almond cream or like an almond paste, like an almond paste that would be in the middle of a delicious, perfectly flaky almond croissant. But I can see the comparison. So I do understand why it was a recommendation from you guys. I like this in its own right. This is the king cake. This is almond croissant. In fact, I think I love this in its own right. This is delicious. I like it. I like it a lot. I love it. I would even say that I love it. But it's missing the almond, you guys. It's that almond paste. It needs it. They have the same type of like buttery type vibe to them, that's for sure. Same level of sweetness, you could say. Not overly sweet, not cloying. But man, there's something about this almond croissant. So good. But this is great just on its own for what it is. But does it scratch that itch for me? No. Could I possibly put it in my club though? Yeah, if it performs really well, I actually might do that because I do think that this just as its own, like really delicious kind of fall scent. Yeah. I don't know. I've never really been like a big like Mardi Gras person. So yeah. I mean, I don't like crave king cake or anything like that. I crave junk food and sugar in general. So, all right. Now for the rest of these, there's one in here that I have a feeling I'm not gonna like at all, but I do have some friends that like mint, so it still made it worth it for me to get this set because if I don't like this creme de menthe, I do have some people in mind that I know will enjoy it. So let's read through the fragrance notes first. I'm almost afraid to smell this one because I don't want to be like a jerk about it, but I'm just like, mint naturally isn't something that I gravitate towards. All right, so we have a sprig of garden mint, mixes it up with sweet peppermint and spun sugar. The spun sugar kind of pulls me in. I do like sweet, but we've got garden mint and we've got peppermint here. I don't like it. It's weird, it does smell like creme de menthe though. Yeah. I have some friends that like to put creme de menthe in their hot chocolate. This smells like, this smells like creme de menthe, it does, 100%. Accuracy is there, but it doesn't have like the boozy part of that, but the actual just, that's what it smells like. It smells like peppermint, smells like maybe like a touch of spearmint almost. And then sugar, it's sweet. It's a sweet mint. It's just, it's not for me. So, no. That's okay though, because next we have confetti showers and I think I'm gonna like this one. So here we have sparkling citrus, whirls, not swirls, it's whirling around blackcurrant with a hint of peach. All right, let's do it. Oh, this is fun. This smells like spring. This is very fruity, very citrusy. I get a good amount of peach here and I get a good amount of like that citrus. The citrus is, to me, it kind of smells like a mix of lemon, lime, and even like a touch of like orange. It's just a very kind of generic citrus, almost like a borderline citrus cleaning product. But I think what takes it out of like that just smelling like a straight up like cleaner type product for me is the currant that's in here. It's definitely not red currant, so I guess you could call that black currant. Red currant has a very specific type of like tang to it. I also have like some negative memories associated with red currant, so I really don't love it. But I do like the black currant. It does have a different vibe to it. But that peach that's in here is lovely. It is kind of a nice like actual peach, not like a candied peach. It smells like real peach mixed with those citrus notes. And then a touch of like that black currant kind of in between the two. That's nice. This is delightful. This would be a wonderful like warm spring day type scent. Like when you first go to like open your windows to air your house out in the spring. Oh, that's my favorite thing to do. I grew up in, I'm German, so the first 10 years of my life were spent in Germany, and my Oma was big on, I feel like most Germans are, like airing out your house. So even during the winter months, like my Oma would open her windows periodically and just air everything out. Like she would take comforters outside to the clothesline, even in the middle of winter, like the down comforters, would take them outside and air them out in the cold air. Like oh, I love that. I love airing out my house. And this is the type of scent that I want going when I'm airing out my house. It just smells fresh, clean. I like it. I like that a lot. I might actually pick up some more bars of just that. All right, Street Parade is where we're going next. And did my internet go out again? No, here we go. All right, a jamboree of blood orange and juicy plum toss bright golden pineapple beads in celebration. That's an interesting description. Ooh, this is very fruity. I'm picking up kind of an interesting grape type note, but not your typical like grape Kool-Aid, almost like a touch of like Concord grape. It's like the plum is coming across as more of a Concord grape to my nose, which is interesting. But when I'm really smelling it, I do get a touch of plum in there as well. The blood orange, it's there, but I'm not really smelling a lot of it. I'm smelling a lot of that, like, I guess, grapey plum. That's really the first thing that gets me here. But I do smell the pineapple. There is a very distinct pineapple note in here for sure. And if you've, again, been following me for a while, I'm not a huge fan of pineapple either. I don't hate pineapple as much as I hate mint, but it's also not my favorite fragrance note. It has to be done well. I just think it comes across as very cloying a lot of times. And this is pineapple done right in my book, because it's not the most predominant note here. It doesn't smell overly sweet. And I think it plays nice with that plummy grape note. But I'm really hoping that a little bit more of that blood orange will come out when I'm warming this, because I do think that would be a delicious addition to this for sure. So I do like this. Do I think that this one is hoard worthy to me? It's probably not hoard worthy, but I do think this is a nice one. So that is definitely another winner for me. So far, 3 out of the 5 are definite winners. So the last one is this Midnight Masquerade. And this one really gets me, because this one states that it's sugared beignets with smoky vanilla dance behind delicate masks of midnight lily. I think the smoky vanilla with the sugared beignets sounded really interesting and unique. So I've been dying to get my nose into this one. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about the lily. I'm not a big fan of lily a lot of times, but let's see. Ooh. All right. I don't want to again, I don't want to be too judgy, but ooh, that lily. She's a star. The lily is the star here for sure. I don't even get much in the way of sugared beignets at all. I would love a fried dough note. If it smells like food, I'm just gonna love it, but I don't smell fried dough. It's sweet. I mean, you've got, I guess, like the sugar from that cinnamon sugar that is often, you know, oh, wait, no, it's powdered sugar. It's powdered sugar that's put on beignets. I think I'm thinking of elephant ears. Yeah. It's sweet, so I guess like the powdered sugar from the beignets is present, but this is so floral and a little powdery. It's kind of a powdery floral to my nose. Man, smoky vanilla, I don't know. I don't know that I'm getting smoked vanilla here, or really any type of vanilla. It is a deeper type of floral, I guess, but then it also has those like kind of strange powdery elements to it. Maybe it's powdered sugar, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. This is one where I'm definitely gonna have to warm it, but I feel like I'm not gonna love it. That's kind of my like first impression of it. But I want to give it a chance. I mean, who knows? This sometimes they transform, you guys. I mean, this is just always gonna smell like mint. I'm not even gonna warm this. It's just gonna smell like mint. So that's too bad. But I will say, this is the only one that's a little bit maybe more iffy for me. I just wish it smelled more like what the actual description is to my nose. But it's just coming across as quite floral, which can be nice. Again, after winter comes spring. It's nice to have some florals for the spring, so maybe I'll save this for then. But these three here, the confetti showers, the street parade, and definitely a king cake. I do love the king cake. Listen, you guys were right. You knew I'd love it, and you were correct. But I don't really think that it is like close enough to the almond croissant for me anyway to, like I said, scratch that itch. But that being said, in its own right, king cake is quite delicious. So if you're interested in this collection, definitely talk to your consultant. I am not a consultant. Like I said, I buy all this stuff for my bestie, but I think this was a really unique collection for them. I do like the way that it's presented, by the way. It comes with like this cute little box. Like, if you have a friend who is like a fan of Scentsy and you're looking for like a little birthday gift or something for them, or maybe they celebrate Mardi Gras, I don't know. I'm not a Mardi Gras person. But yeah, like this, I think this would be such a fun gift for somebody. You know, pair this maybe with one of their more like simple warmers or something, and that would be such a unique, lovely collection to present to someone, especially with this fun packaging. Like, it's very celebratory. I love the colors. The colors speak to me. And I think the vast majority of scents that are in here are really going to appeal to a lot of people. You're certainly getting 5 very unique options within this collection. So yeah, it should feed most people's tastes. But I'm excited to start warming these. So stay tuned for my weekly home fragrance roundup for some updates in how it's going with the Masquerade collection. But I'd love to know what you guys think about this one. So let me know your thoughts if you have received your order in the comments down below. And like I said, contact your local consultant. If you don't have one, my bestie Lisa is fabulous. So I'll leave her contact information down below. Get in touch with her. She also has a YouTube channel. So she's super informative about this kind of stuff. So if you're interested, check her out. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.